just.
Oh, no, this is orientation. We had to push everything back. This is the very first time that
Okay.
so it's not a lesson today. It was yeah, we got everything got pushed back. So we're actually this is our first time together with these students. We had a lot of issues getting everybody signed up. So
Mm.
just the orientation at this point, Martin. So going over what we're going to be doing, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. So well, let's start with everybody introducing themselves and letting everyone know who's who, so that we can get people into to start startups. So most of you know me, but those of you who don't, my name is Tanya Hertz. I'm the director of the entrepreneurship program and the director of this entrepreneurship center here at Miramar. The lab is the Rec Innovation Lab. We are we're an incubator, and really the focus of the incubator is helping people from diverse backgrounds to start high growth startups. So that's the focus of what we do. And the program that you're in is really designed to help people to launch companies. And that's what we're good at. So it's we're trying out doing some dual enrollment with high school. But regardless of whether or not we continue doing this with high school in the future, we will have, you now are in the program, and we do have lots and lots of resources available for you to actually start companies, and we'll be able to help you to do that, right? That's what we're good at. So I'm Tanya. I'll be here with you throughout the process, helping you to start your companies. But your instructor for the content of the class is actually Desi. And Desi, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi. Hey, I've been teaching at Scripps Ranch High School for 5 years, 5 full years, teaching high school students about entrepreneurship. Every semester, or at least at the beginning of the first semester, we set up a fake company, and I walk them through how to do that. Some people set up simple things like an ice cream cart or a taco truck. And what they do is they follow me through business models and different ways of creating marketing strategies and all the fun things. Where do you get your food from? And who's the lowest bidder but the highest quality? And how do you balance all that out? And then what we do in the second semester is that's a marketing class. And we spend all these different creative ways of marketing and learning about how to network and angel investors. And, we watch episodes of Shark Tank and have a really good time. So that's just the high school level, 11th grade high school level that I've been doing for 5 years. So now I'm here with you this summer with Tanya's guidance and the help of Crystal, keeping us organized. And so I'm excited to help you with what's on Canvas. I'm really available a lot. The best way to get a hold of me is either you can text or email, and I'll give you all that in an announcement later today. Right now, I'm just going to let Tanya carry on, but I'm excited, you guys. I'm really excited. Who dropped off?
She's coming back.
Here she comes. Okay.
She got kicked off into the waiting room, but she's back. Yeah. So I loved what I thank you, Desi. I loved what you've been doing with the high schoolers, and we're basically, at the rec now, what we're going to be going through is the same sort of thing, but we're actually going to help you launch a company that is that has the potential to make money, and not just a little money. We want you to start something that's a high growth, a high value, gazelle type businesses. So we'll help you evaluate the ideas and the opportunities to get you into a model that we think has that potential, and then we pair you with mentors and advisors who can help that make that a reality. So we'll go through with the rest of the introductions, and then when we're done with introductions, I do want to show a couple videos of some of the startups from high school that have gone through the program last summer when we did this, and are still in the program, and they are making huge progress and getting grants and loans and things like this. Yeah, so that's great. That's me. Who would like to go next? Maybe Crystal, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Crystal Burns. I'm the project assistant here at the rec. So I help build all of the material for the class. Also, if you have any questions like navigating the assignments or even the Canvas shell, feel free to ask me, or if you need questions about, I don't know, like resources or something, I can always, get you connected with somebody that can help you as well. So, yeah.
Thanks, Crystal. And Martin, would you like to introduce yourself?
You bet. Hi, my name is Martin, and I am one of the student founders in the Rec Innovation Lab program. And my diversity is that I'm the oldest student founder in the program. So you can see that, I mean, these founders, they come in all shapes and sizes and ages. So I'm just thrilled to be a part of the program. I'm actually in my mid-60s, and if you can believe it, I'm starting a new company at that age. And so it's never, you're never too old, never too young, really, to do something like this. And I hope you guys get a lot out of it. I've been invited to talk to you about something that actually my company's involved in. A company's called Conversator. And the idea behind Conversator is that it's an ed tech startup that helps students develop their digital storytelling skills. And the reason that's important is because there's some big challenges, that your generation faces, but also some great opportunities. And you're in the best situation to realize those opportunities and to address those challenges if you know how to communicate effectively. If you can convey ideas that persuade others. So that's really what I'm up to. My cunning plan is to develop a program called Podcasting in the Classroom that's in promoting the idea of using podcasting as a fun and engaging way to complement traditional classroom assignments. Been working with some local middle schools, and it's worked out really well. The kids love it. The teachers say they're more engaged. Parents love it because their kids get some recognition from a wider audience, that sort of thing. So that's really kind of what I'm up to. The podcasting class is going to be 5 weeks, 1 hour a week with some I don't want to call it homework, but some work on the side. And in that 5 weeks, you're going to learn the basics of podcasting, the art of storytelling, how to actually create a podcast. By the end of the 5 weeks, you'll have actually created an episode of your own podcast as a content marketing tool for your new company. So that's what I'm up to.
Thank you. Thank you so much thanks for sharing that, Martin. And I'm so excited about what Martin is going to be doing with all of us this summer. And again, it's another pilot program, and we're entrepreneurial, right? We always we love innovating and doing new things. And this is awesome. It's a podcast course. And it's going to get you all, like Martin said, a podcast at the end of the 5 weeks. So 5 weeks starting next week, you'll have a podcast that you can use for marketing. You can use for content on your startup, and you'll know how to do this, and you'll be doing this, right? We're all about doing here, and we're all about doing it really fast and getting things done. So awesome. Thanks, Martin. So I'd love to hear from the student founders now. If you wouldn't mind just introducing yourself, telling us, make sure that you, when you speak, you turn on your camera. And we usually, when we're coming together, just be prepared to have your camera on for the times when we're together. So tell us your name, tell us the school that you're from, tell us a little bit about any ideas that you have for a startup, or if you're working on a startup now, and if you'd rather maybe join someone else's startup, or if you want to go through the idea process and start from scratch. So let us know where you are, and then we can kind of go from there. And so I'm going to just go down the line from who I see. So the first one I see is Sean. So Sean, would you introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Sean Kerwin. My high school that I go to is St. Augustine High School. And right now in the idea process, I'm sort of just open to a ton of different things. I had an idea for possibly like a toothbrush where it sort of skips the step of just applying the toothpaste, and it has like a mechanical part to it where it can like put the toothpaste on for you. Just like a few clicks. But I'm also open to just going through the idea process, learning how to maybe make a new idea, or joining someone else's. like I'm sort of just here to learn and see what I can pick up from everyone.
That's awesome. I love the idea too. That's really cool. We can definitely evaluate that as one of the ideas to evaluate. So it's very cool. Thanks, Sean. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Shruti, I see next on the screen.
Hi, my name is Shruti. I am a senior at Del Norte High School. I currently have a podcast. It's called One Wish, One Step, and it's available on all podcasting platforms. And I'm really looking to grow that. I want to expand it more. My target audience is teens and young adults. So I try to provide inspiration and advice by interviewing experts and doing, panels with college students and just things like that to get teens excited. But I do want to expand it and make it more of like a business product. So I'm still in that kind of planning stage, but I have had my podcast for a year or so. So I've, been implementing things, but still working out things. And I'm just solo right now. So I don't really have anyone on my team.
So have you, that's awesome. That's super awesome. Because then I think you're going to get a lot out of working with Martin too. I loved when we did a workshop with him for our podcast. It was huge. I mean, I got so much out of it and so many tips and tricks. And I'm thinking though, so this podcast that you have a pretty decent following?
Yeah, right now I have over 1,000 listeners.
Fantastic.
But it kind of depends on the episode, and I do have a good global reach. My main thing also is with marketing and reaching out to people. I've been using social media, but to be honest, I'm not the best with graphics.
So that's part of what we do. So
yeah, but I definitely
marketing operations.
Yeah,
and,
I definitely think that social media is the best way to reach out to teens and young adults. So that's my main way. But yeah, like I have a brand, I have things like a logo and all of that. It's just kind of spreading the word and letting other people know about the
model.
podcast.
Do you have a business model, a way that it's monetized, or that it could?
Yeah, there's a way to get sponsors when it comes to podcasts. A lot of people like sponsor episodes, or like you just do like a short segment.
So that's sponsorship is the only way that you have thought about monetizing it. There's not any other avenues that you've like evaluated or
I'm sure there are. I just don't really have a product that I'm selling or anything like that. So I don't know for now, but I am thinking of expanding it more and doing more than just a podcast. So
yeah, I think that you could definitely benefit from going through the idea evaluation process and seeing different ways that you could monetize your idea. And then we can hone in on the problem that you're solving and then find ways that we can make money off of that. So yeah, that's cool. There's definitely going to be things that you can do with this.
I just want to jump in and say I'm so thrilled to hear that you're actually got one going. You've been at it for a year, and my goodness, I'm sure you're going to have some great experience to share with me and with the rest of the group. I look forward to that. I was wondering, could you put your the link to your podcast in the chat?
Sure, yeah.
That's funny. I was just thinking the same thing, Martin. Yeah, self-promotion, shameless all the time. We definitely encourage that. We definitely encourage that.
Yeah,
So
good idea.
So
I'll
yeah,
put
if you could do the chat at the bottom.
mine in there as well.
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Awesome. Thank you, Shruti. Okay, so then Patrick, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello.
Hi, Patrick. So, hi, Patrick. Go ahead and introduce yourself and talk about your your school, all of those things we talked about.
My school? All right. I'm Patrick Bolus. I live in San Diego. I will be going to Poway High School, and yeah. Am I supposed to say a little more?
Oh yeah, did you miss that? I'm sorry, I thought you got the prompt. So tell us a little bit about whether or not you're working on an idea, what that idea is, and if not, are you open to exploring other ideas, etc.
I am working on an idea. I could go into detail, though I think I shouldn't probably talk everyone's ears off, so I'll save that for later.
Tell us, if you will, Patrick, at least just the one-line elevator pitch for the idea that you were thinking about.
All right, so my idea is to help student businesses that have not been acknowledged by venture capitalists and angel investors. And basically in order to help them do get recognized and get funding for their ideas.
Awesome. Okay, so I know I've heard a little bit about it as well. So Patrick is actually working in working with a startup now and working with venture capitalists at the moment, and so he recognized a need from that work, and so I think that there might be some potential there. We just have to dive into the idea a little bit more and see. Right? We just don't know until we see. So I saw we had somebody else come on the call. Is it? Samavadan?
Anag,
Yeah, Anag. Yeah.
Anag, hi.
Hi.
So Anag, would you introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Anag Samvedam. I go to Scripps Ranch High School. I'm an incoming junior, and I do have a rough idea. It's kind of like a geocaching application, basically, to kind of like entice the younger, newer generation into helping businesses.
And
But I
so
do have a couple friends who went through the rec last year.
who is it? Who is it?
It was Metaler,
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I'll show you guys the video on Metaler. They're doing
and
really
I think I'm also kind of interested in joining their team, and they're also opening it up, or at least they're interested in having me.
cool. So that's a possibility too. Awesome. I'll show everybody some of those videos from the high schoolers here in a bit. So you said you had an idea for potentially like a geocaching business. Explain what that means and what you're thinking about, how you're thinking about actually.
Yeah, so I went through TYE, and that was our project for that competition. And basically, the whole idea is that, especially due to the COVID and various other situations during these times, some businesses are kind of finding it difficult, especially to create some traction. Mainly, it would be like your mom and pop shops. And so, our idea is that we have like separate challenges and different quests, kind of, where students or teens would go to these various stores and then purchase or just visit these stores in general. And then after accumulating or completing this like several amounts of tasks, they receive gift cards or different rewards. So,
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You were gonna say something else, or?
oh, no, that was it. That was it.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely some potential there as well. So it sounds like we have with just this group here of students, there's some good ideas. There's going to be some of them will be more further developed than others. No matter what, we need to get you started on all of you started on an idea and something to really get working on, but it has to be something that you're passionate about. And so I'm never going to force you into any one startup or force you to work with anyone that you don't want to work with. And I would much rather have you even be for a little while solo entrepreneurs as you build out your team. If we end up having the four of you here together working on one idea, great. If we have 4 separate ideas, that's also great. We'll find ways to get you, get you the support to start your company, and start it with more than one person. We definitely eventually want to be in a team. You have a higher probability of succeeding. So what I'm going to do now is take a couple minutes to regroup, and then I'm going to go through and share with you all the curriculum and the process of starting a company, of actually launching. While I'm doing that, though, I want to show you a couple of videos so that you can have. Oh wait, we have a couple people who didn't introduce themselves yet. I'm sorry. It looks like there's a few more people in here. Let's see. Oh, we have Angela. Angela's here. Angela, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I believe I know most of you guys. I'm Angela Merkins, and I'm the mentor coordinator here at the Rec Innovation Lab. Nice to meet you guys.
And tell them what that means.
Oh, okay. So I work with student founders who create a startup, and we connect them with a primary mentor and then secondary mentors or subject matter experts. So let's say you are building a website and you wanted some help with that. I can connect you to someone who might be able to give you some advice or steer you in the right direction. So.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, wonderful. So you guys will get to know Angela very well here. I'm going to pull up a video on the, maybe we'll show MedAlert's video first. Here we go. Pull up the startup information. And so what I'm going to show you is I'm showing you one of the startups from the high school startups videos. And there we go. And so you can have an idea of what kind of companies you could build. Right? Okay.
Hi, my name is Vedant Nahar.
My name is Ankit Machirla.
My name is Lucas Walsh.
My name is Rohan.
And I'm the CEO,
CTO,
CMO,
founder advisor of MedAlert.
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 MedAlert. Overworked nurses and outdated technology such as paperback solutions and verbal communication have been around for a very long time. These lead to over half of nursing facility residents falling victim to preventable errors every year.
So I had a really good family friend named Jerry Romero. Came down with dementia and had to be admitted to a nursing facility. She was experiencing some pain, so a nurse administered some medication to make sure that she'd feel a little better. However, she administered the second dose of the medication too early, and unfortunately, Mr. Romero overdosed and passed away.
This led to the creation of MedAlert, a task delegation app that lets nurses create, claim, and delegate tasks in real time and on the go.
Our engineering team is developing state-of-the-art technology to streamline day-to-day activities for nurses and help them protect lives.
Our unique delegation feature promotes teamwork in nursing facilities like no other app.
We provide a seamless UI interface that is approved by over 50 nurses.
MedAlert reduces the dependence on an inefficient method of paperback communication.
Along with the nurse app, we also have a management app.
The management app will provide the management level with a perspective on the day-to-day activities,
which helps reveal the weak points of the facility. We currently have the potential to save up to
looks like my
every year through our delegation.
My internet is bad. It's just not working very well. Apologies. So could you guys see most of that video?
Yeah.
Maybe. So I know.
I can pull it up, Tanya, if you want.
Yeah, if you want to, will you pull up just pull up the YouTube and we can see maybe at least one or two of the other startups, high school startups. I don't know why I'm having just bad connection. I'll try to fix that here on my side.
Yeah.
So Angela is going to pull it up and share the screen there.
Here we go.
Thanks, Ange.
All right, there we go. Rec Innovation Lab.
Thank you, Angela.
Give me just a minute here. Sorry, guys.
No
Promotional and
yeah, if you can share maybe one of the other teams, even we could take a look at what tech or go ahead.
I have it going on MedAlert.
Okay, well at least we can watch that one. Yeah, we can watch that. Oh, that's better. Yeah.
My name is I'm the CEO, CTO, CMO, MedAlert.
Oh, we can actually see that. Good, yeah.
Overworked nurses and outdated technology such as paperback solutions and verbal communication have been around for a very long time. These lead to over half of nursing facility residents falling victim to preventable errors every year.
So I had a really good family friend named Jerry Romero. Came down with dementia and had to be admitted to a nursing facility. She was experiencing some pain, so a nurse administered some medication to make sure that she'd feel a little better. However, she administered the second dose of the medication too early, and unfortunately, Mr. Romero overdosed and passed away.
This led to the creation of MedAlert, a task delegation app that lets nurses create, claim, and delegate tasks in real time and on the go.
Our unique delegation feature promotes teamwork in nursing facilities like no other app.
We provide a seamless UI interface that is approved by over 50 nurses.
MedAlert reduces the dependence on an inefficient method of paperback communication.
Along with the nurse app, we also have a management app.
The management app will provide the management level with a perspective on the day-to-day activities,
which helps reveal the weak points of the facility. We currently have the potential to save up to millions of people's lives every year through our delegation app.
With nurses being able to create, claim, and delegate tasks, nurses will be able to adapt to clinical situations quickly and efficiently.
Nurses are the unsung heroes of this pandemic, and we want to help them save American lives by making their life easier.
And then you want to watch Virtual Road?
Let's watch one more. Yeah, let's watch what one more. Virtual Road would work. Yeah, that's perfect.
Imagine you just start driving for the very first time. Your hands clench up at the wheel and can feel your anxiety building up within you. You're so scared you can make one small wrong move and crash. But don't worry, you are not alone. 40% of teens and 25% of young adults are actually scared to drive on the road. And the perfect answer for them is VirtuRoad. Our product is a VR driving simulator that allows new, nervous drivers to practice in the comfort of their own home. Using realistic vehicle components, VirtuRoad allows the user to practice any driving scenario in a real-life location without any risks. We are a young group of student entrepreneurs ready to launch our company.
As teens ourselves who have experienced the same situations most teens feel on the road, we wanted to help them, as well as their parents, feel more comfortable when it comes to driving in new situations. And so VirtuRoad is the perfect product for them.
And as we always say, be safe, be confident, VirtuRoad.
Nailed it.
Thank you, Angela. So I just wanted to show a couple of different startups coming out of the rec, and and those are both high school. You know, they're both high school teams. Both of those are actual companies. Now they're all both primed to be making money here soon, and they're both high growth or have that potential for high growth, and those are kind of the things that we want to look out for when we are coming up with idea for a startup. But the most important, two most important components on top of that are that you're passionate about it. You have to actually enjoy what you're working on, because it's exhausting being an entrepreneur. It's a lot of freaking work, and we're expecting a lot out of you as an entrepreneur. But you have to love it or you're not going to do it. I mean, the money isn't enough. Then the money's good. It can be really, really good. And, you know, you can very soon have a multi-million-dollar startup, but it's not enough. The money's never enough. And then it also has to be something that you realistically can start with the resources that we have available, and the, you know, technology of today. I mean, it can't be something that's totally, you know, outside of the realm of reality. So all of the ideas that you guys put forth, though, I think have potential, and we can kind of go down and evaluate them, go down that path. So Crystal, could you pull up a PowerPoint really quickly with the orientation? Okay, so and then go ahead and click on present mode right there. Yeah. So this is the one thing actually go back one. So and go in present mode. I know it's okay. You can go to that third slide with the valuation. Okay, so this is what Crystal's showing you is the most of you have seen this. This is the average valuation of a startup at different stages of you know, of that startup. And then if you want to go in present mode or full screen mode, we'll kind of go through some of these. So I want you to look at this and look at the different stages of growth, and look at the valuation of that company. On average, the typical valuation of where you guys are in incubation with an idea is anywhere between $1 and $3 million at the seed stage. Now that's when we're in that idea development, customer discovery phase. So, you know, within a couple of weeks, you could have a company that's valued roughly between 1 and 3 million. And that's not outside of the realm of possibility. We're hoping that all of us will be there. yeah, so that's I think it's important to understand that these companies that you're working on are real, and they can very quickly be high value. And next slide, please. You also have the opportunity to work in the news, and then click, 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 or work with or talk to the news, work with us to get your ideas into various news organizations, and be part of different competitions. So you see over there on the right, Oikutech, that was another high school team last semester. They got second place in the MasterCard Gateway Challenge, and that was against not just high schoolers, against everyone. Raj, his off-grid tech, he was a finalist for Tribal Pitches. He actually is working with the National Science Foundation right now on a $125,000 grant for his startup idea. And these are all high schoolers, right? High schoolers in juniors or before, and they're doing amazing things. This course key that you see right there with Luke and Ryan, those are previous students from a few semesters ago. Well, actually now it's been about 4 years. Their company's valued right now at 40 million. And they just recently did a Series B raise for 9 million to help trade schools. And so you have all the resources now, and you have the help now. We just have to come up with the idea that you love and that you want to be working on, and then we can help make that a reality. Next slide. This is a little bit about me, some awards that I've won. I got Woman of the Year award last year. A lot of the focus, the awards that I win, is because of the focus of the rec, and that is on helping people from different backgrounds. We really care about diversity, equity, and inclusion. It matters to us, it's important to us, and so that's the focus of everything we do. And so most of the awards that we win are based on that. And then I also was awarded the most influential faculty at SDSU, and because you are in the rec, if you go through this entire program, you will have if you guys decide to go to SDSU, you will have guaranteed placement into the incubator there at SDSU at the Lavin Center, which is huge because that's an impacted program. It's tough to get into, but they know that if you go through this program, you'll know what you're doing. And so you have that guaranteed placement, which is cool. All right, next slide. All right, so when we're going through our ideas, we need to make sure that they're scalable, that they are, that we're working on those startups that have some clear revenue sources, that have a clear, well-defined solution, well-defined target market. They have a way that you can start small with little or no money to grow big. And it has to have a very niche focus to start, and then we can spread out from there. But a lot of times people think, oh, I need to target more people, or it has to be something that everybody likes. No, we really want to focus on ideas on a very narrow niche market, user that is very clearly defined, like Shruti's company. She knows exactly the kind of people who listen to her podcast. It's not everyone, right? It's going to be, can you tell us your target market, Shruti, again, the people who listen to your podcast? Can you hear me all right? She's muted. Well, Shruti, if you want to come back and let us know, but I know roughly it's high schoolers, right? It's high schoolers, and it's and she said probably a couple other things, and that's normal. We want to have that narrow sort of niche audience. So let's actually pause the PowerPoint right here. Pause the PowerPoint right here. Let's take a couple minute break. I want to, oh, Shruti, there you are. So can you tell us your target market of who listens to the podcast?
Yeah, it's teens and young adults.
Teens and young adults. Is there a focus that they like some sort of a behavioral or psychographic component that makes them different? Are they people like entrepreneurs or like high achievers? Or
well, mostly like college bound students, ones who not really entrepreneurs, but I guess it would apply for any high schooler, because like someone who's feeling stressed, lacking motivation, wants inspiration, is confused about the college application process, all of like finding a career, all of the above.
So it is a sort of upwardly mobile though, college bound, and people.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of use it as an example of choosing an idea that has a narrow defined market, and that's good. That's good. It's not to say that everybody couldn't listen to it. I could listen to it. I'm not in high school, but it's not made for me. So I want you guys to keep that in your minds when we're coming up or evaluating those ideas. So what I want to do now is I'd like to give you guys an opportunity to spend a couple minutes to talk with one another, and then I'll go over the actual logistics of the course and when we meet and all of this. But I want to give you sort of a couple minutes to chat and to get to know each other. So we're going to do some breakout rooms, and pause the recording. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. So it looks like everybody's here. Just really quickly, I wanted to quickly talk about what you're going to be working on for the next 6 weeks. So you'll be working on your startup, and I hope that after you guys met with each other and talked a little bit, you have an idea of whether or not you want to work on maybe with somebody else or on your own, and you can figure that out in the next couple of weeks. But basically, once we get that figured out, every week you're going to be doing one of three, all three different critical factors of coming up with and evaluating and starting a company. And those are the business operations, the marketing, and the offering. So when Shruti, when you were saying that you thought that social media was an important way to reach your target audience, that's true of every target audience. Every single startup right now, when we're talking about marketing, we're talking about digital marketing. We're talking about social media marketing and content marketing, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of these, right? And so you will all be creating pages for your startup and for yourself as a founder. You'll also be working on the business side of your business. So that's your operations, your manuals, your sales skills, your leadership, your business licenses, your working with other people, your hiring practices, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll be focusing on those components just as much as we're focused on the actual offering or what it is that we're selling, your app or your product or your service or your toothbrush that puts your toothpaste on it automatically. That's just 1/3 of the overall big picture. And that's where a lot of people don't quite get what real entrepreneurship is like. They think it's all about the idea. That's just one little component. All right, so the breakdown for the next 6 weeks, we're going to be meeting every Tuesday from 1 to 3. You have the first hour of the class next week is we're starting next week for 5 weeks is our podcast, right? Working with Martin on getting either improving or starting a podcast. And at the end, you'll have your deliverable of that podcast. On Wednesday, we have lab hours. This is a mandatory. You can come in anytime during the mandatory lab hours, and you work on your startup. You work with your teams. You work with us. You work with professors. You work with mentors. You work with advisors, and you just get the work done. From 3 to 7 is when we have lab hours, and you choose what hour you want to work on your project. We also have interns who can help you on specific projects, and we'll be showing you how you can actually how you can direct them as essentially employees, which is a little weird, right? You're in high school, and a lot of these interns might be even in graduate school, and you'll be sort of like their boss, but we'll help you. And then every Friday you have a virtual accountability check-in. So there's 3 times a week that you need to be thinking about the rec, blah, and I just didn't mean to do that. 3 times a week, and those are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. So I'll share this PowerPoint with you so you can access it again and watch those videos if you'd like. And then all of these resources on Wednesdays would be when you can start accessing them. We have so many things that are available to you, and we were just talking about it. I think we're going to go ahead and open up the pitch competition potentially we're going to open up the pitch competition to you guys by next week. If we can get it honed in on the startup that you want to be working on, and we can get an elevator pitch done, we will open it up for you to pitch to Tech Coast angel investors, etc. Okay, so that's that on there. Desi, did you want to take them to the class shell?
Yes, I have it on my other computer. Does anybody have the class shell open?
I think I do. Let me see. And and Crystal, did you get them signed up to it?
Yeah, they should have access to it.
So are all of you in the class shell?
That's Canvas. The Canvas.
The link that I sent you guys.
How many of you have used Canvas before?
So
Shruti, Anand?
I have, so.
Okay, great. And Patrick, have you seen Canvas before?
Yeah, my school uses it.
Fantastic. Wow, this makes things so much smoother. Okay, so here you have it. Here it is. This is our, thanks for opening that up for me.
There's actually, she's in the G1. I don't know if you want to go.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Thanks, wrong class. So, thank you. So has everybody, so everybody's in here now? Everybody can actually go into their computer, log on and get into this class, right? Is there a way for we can check? Because I'm not hearing anybody. I can't see what you guys are saying. Maybe.
When we were in the other room, I had asked them if they got in. They all told me yes.
So can you look on the people page too?
Yep.
All right. So Desi, sorry there. I'll let you kind of steer the ship, and I'll just click where you want me to click.
Wow, such power. Thank you. Okay, guys, so the one that you are logging into, of course, is Student Summer Founders, right? If you stop right there, please. So this first section that you see here is Welcome to the Lab. I want everybody to please start here and look at the syllabus, go through all of these things, okay? Just slowly go through everything. Anything you need in order to get into this lab or into the lab hours is right there. The Rec Connect, you have to sign up for it a little bit later time. Don't worry about that right now.
Actually, they actually have to sign up now. They have to sign up now.
Oh, because the due date on that is a little bit later. It's August.
Oh yeah, the due date. Yeah, they have time. Yeah,
okay. So the thing is that I want you to start there, look at the syllabus, and we're just going to get to know each other. At the bottom, I don't see any Pronto set up here, Miss Tanya.
For what? Say that again.
Pronto. Do you not use Pronto on this?
I do not use Pronto.
Okay,
not on
great.
this one because it's not the one linked to the campus.
Great. So what I'm going to do, okay, it's great. After this class, we're not going to communicate via Pronto. That's fine. What we'll do is we will, if you need anything from me, I usually have office hours kind of all the time, especially when it comes to the entrepreneurship type of thinking, because you think at different times. Not everybody's thinking at 11 a.m. or nobody, maybe you don't want to save your questions until 11 a.m. on a specific day. So you can just email me. I check my email multiple times a day, I promise. So another thing too is creating a LinkedIn profile that will really help you like and friend all of us. We'll friend you back. And then the second piece of this section is when you're done with all the things on there, it tells you now go to week 1. When you get to week 1's module, it looks a little overwhelming. If we could go there to the module.
Yeah.
It looks a little overwhelming. Don't freak out. Don't worry about anything. It's just a lot of busy work. Okay. And we'll just slowly go through these things. A lot of it is repeat stuff from above. So don't worry about that. Another way to stay organized. Can we go to the calendar for Canvas here?
Absolutely. Yeah. So this is what she was showing there of that
Yeah,
week 1.
so,
Not
yeah.
freak out about.
Yeah, so it gets a lot easier if you start looking at the calendar. The calendar kind of breaks things down a little bit more when things are due.
And you know what? I don't know if it's set up on this one so I can access it.
That's right. Okay, on mine I have it. I made sure on mine I had it.
Let me see if I can put it in
underneath courses, Tanya, on the left.
Yes.
On the left in the blue. Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah. Audie's here.
There it goes. There's our. I don't know. This is a setup for all the classes together. Though I don't want to overwhelm them. I don't know if. Oh well.
So there you have it. So there you have it. You can kind of follow along here if you're needing a date or you're needing a mental follow along. Also, you can also print out. It says right here on Monday.
Sorry. Sorry. There we go.
Yes, right here on Monday, you should be able to click.
See, it's all the classes. Yeah, unfortunately, all of
Okay,
them.
yeah. So everything can be there for you to print out if you have a way that you keep organized. Everybody has different ways of keeping organized. That's why I'm giving you different ways, the visual, the calendar, and then slowly go through week one thing at a time. There's the schedule is the first line. Uh-oh, fading out here. Okay, we already talked about this, so the lab hours, self-paced items that you need to do, student learning objectives. Where are we now?
Sorry, I'm going step by step in week one.
Okay.
Yeah, is that?
So at the bottom, everybody already knows at the bottom you can go next and it will take you into the next task.
Okay, this is the next big thing that's coming up. They have to choose the workshop.
Great.
Yeah. There's 2 this week, one on today at 5 o'clock and one on Thursday at 5 o'clock. If either of those interest you, you can choose one of those 2. This week is, it's kind of last minute. And so I don't expect that you necessarily have it all figured out. And so if you don't go to one this week, you might have to go to 2 another week, and that's okay. But I would recommend choosing one of these 2 and actually signing up for it.
My advice to you on a fast-paced course is do not procrastinate. That is my calling card. Whenever I'm in the classroom with my students, I always say, do not procrastinate, because something always happens at 10:45 when something's due at 11 o'clock at night. Anyway,
Yep.
Hey, look at that photo. That's a great photo. Very professional.
Yeah, this is their first kind of assignment, is putting their photo into here in Canvas. And then as we create our social media platforms, we also put that same photo. So we're starting to basically create the brand.
The brand, yeah. So when people see you, they see you as the brand on every picture rather than having a different social media presence on each platform. Look at that. That's Tanya.
Yeah. So this is that accountability check-in that was from Friday. And so this Friday, it's going to be your first one ever. So it's going to be your 1-line elevator pitch. And now if all of you have an idea that you're going to be working on, great. If not, just talk about the ideas that you potentially could be working on, the accomplishment from one of those 3 critical factors, 1 ask, and 1 way that you failed. And there's videos that gives you specific instructions how to do it. You just record your video there into the assignment. And then that bug report, we didn't get that in there, Crystal, yet?
It's already in there. Yeah, it's further down. It's in the required.
I didn't keep going. I'm sorry about that, guys. Sorry. So I was
There's bug and napkin. SLR.
There was the very next one. I should have just hit next. I'm crazy. Sorry, guys. Bug report. There's their first assignment. So okay. So this is that first like real true assignment, and this is to help you with the ideation process. So after you guys chatted with each other, do you have any better idea of whether or not you're going to want to be working on each other's startups, or is there? I mean, do you have any more idea about what projects you'll be working on, or need more time to think about it, or whatever it is? But basically, go through this process anyways. Even if you know for sure you want to be working on a specific idea, go through the ideation process, and this is going to help you evaluate, and then sketch out the model on this napkin. Basically, you can do this together with each other if you guys are going to be working on a project together, or if you're going to be doing